And number 15, which of the following equation relates y to x for the values in the table above? Okay, so they give us a table. We have on the top is the x value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the bottom, we have the y value, right? All these fractions, okay, 11 over 4, 25 over 4, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're trying to pick out the equation that models this table here. All right, so the best approach here, and if we're trying to write an equation from the table, might be a little bit more difficult. So what we can do instead is we can just go and plug in some x value and actually plug into the answer choices and see what we get for the y value. All right. So for example, if you plug in 1 for x, the y value that we get should be 11 over 4. Okay, so we can plug in and try. So if you don't get 11 over 4, we can just eliminate it. Okay, so we try letter A. Okay, so x is 1, so we're going to plug in 1 for x. So this will be 1/2 times 5 over 2 raised to the first power, which is 5 over 2. And we solve this out, what do we get? 1/2 times 5 over 2, that should be 5 over 4. Okay, so we want 11 over 4, right? But we got 5 over 4, so not gonna work. Okay, so A is not gonna work. So the answer is correct, then it had to work for all the points in the table, right? So it doesn't work for the first one, then it's not gonna be it. Okay, so let's try B. So it'll be 2 times 3 over 4 to the first power. Anything raised to the first power when x is 1, it doesn't change the fraction, it would just be 3 over 4. So 2 times 3 over 4 will be, so 2 is like 2 over 1, right? Times 0 over 4. So that would be 6 over 4. We don't even have to simplify. We know it's not going to work, right? Because we want 11 over 4. All right. So letter C now, if you try this, is 3/4 times x is 1 plus 2. This is 3/4 plus 2. So in order to add fractions, we have to make sure they have a common denominator. Okay, so 2, we rewrite it as denominator of 4 will be 8 over 4. And we add them up, right? So we add fraction, we add the top part together, it'll be 11. The denominator will leave it the same. So we do get 11 over 4. But before we circle it and move on, we do have to try letter D. Okay, so if we do it by plugging in points, right? Just because letter C, it worked for the first point, that's not always necessarily correct because we haven't tried D yet. Okay, we could get the first point, we could get more than one that works, right? Then if that's the case, we have to try another number. Okay, until we do process elimination, and to eliminate 3 wrong answers before we select the correct one. Okay, so let's try D real quick. We get 7 over 2 times x is 1 minus 0 over 4. This is 7 over 2 minus 0 over 4. Well, here 7 over 2, we can find a common denominator, so we'll make it 4. So it'll be 14 over 4 minus 3 over 4. Wow, which is also 11 over 4, right? You see here, D also works, right? So D also works. So if that's the case, we have to try another number. Okay, so let's try 2 now. So when you plug in 2, we should get 25 over 4. So if you try C, okay, answer choice C, let me just write it over here. It'll be y equal to 3 over 4 times 2 plus 2. This will be 6 over 4 plus a 2 is like 8 over 4, right? So we get 14 over 4 here, which it doesn't work, right? We want 25 over 4. Okay, so you see here, we had to eliminate C. Okay, see, it doesn't work for the second number. So you just want to make sure real quick, okay, we try D, answer D, we can plug in 2 if you want equal to 7 over 2 times 2 minus 0 over 4. This will be like 14 over 2 minus 0 over 4. 14 over 2 is 28 over 4 minus 0 over 4, which is, yeah, we do get 25 over 4. Okay, so that works. So then the answer had to be letter D. All right, so for this type of question, we do, by plugging a number, we do have to eliminate 3 wrong answers before we select our final answer.